The Immortal Thor, issue number 21. That's right, folks. Get ready for a Skurge episode. Yeah, the entire issue's about Skurge, which is pretty cool. I mean, he's a character that is so synonymous with, Asgard, so, let's do something with him. I'm for it. I think this issue freaking rocks, by the way. This is a very strong issue. Very cool stuff. I get where we're going now. It's all about immortality. These are gods. Can they die? Do they ever truly die? What does it mean to exist or to breathe in a world like this? It's really cool. And it works for me. This is like the first run of Thor I've really started to read. And I'm having a great time. It's really working for me. So this issue opens up with just a little bit of a history lesson on Skurge the Executioner. There used to be a huge fight that would happen in Asgard, and they'd call their executioner to bring death upon the people, and he would die constantly. So the first couple pages of the book are him fighting, dying, fighting again. When the evading forces called for a Ragnarok, they would have Skurge show up. When, hell needed aid against heaven, they called the noblest of them all the executioner. He's walked the path of death, both forwards and backwards. He's somebody who has seen it all. He's all over the place. Now he's alive, kind of, probably, and he keeps having visions of Thor's death. He sees Thor's death. He's like, no, you can't have it. You can't have that. And I think it's kind of cool that his reasoning for that is, I keep envisioning Thor's death. Why does he get that? All I've done? Can't I have such a death? Am I not destined to a death as good as that? He's coming to find his true end. I keep coming back to life from hell and heaven and whatever the hell. It's not fair. I want that too. So in the afterlife, Skurge goes to see Odin, and he's like, what the hell are you talking about? Talking to me about my own son and what my son is destined to be? That's stupid. I don't need to hear you talk about this stuff, Skurge. Why don't you just go? You have been an executioner for my people for a long time, but you do not get to speak on my son's death. That's not for you to do. Why don't you just leave? Why don't you go back to where you came from and deal with your shit there? He's like, how am I to go back? I've crossed through that door too many times that I'm barred from it, from Brihilda herself, and I don't even think you could open it, Odin. He's like, I am Odin! I can open anything! What are you doing? What kind of game are you playing with me, Skurge? You are nothing to me. He's like, forgive me, my liege. I just meant that you're dead too. We can't go back to do this anymore. You are dead. You're in Valhalla. I have crossed the path so many times that I feel like I am earned of something greater than this. I have visions of Thor's death. Why shouldn't that be mine? He's like, okay, well, I guess I can open the door for you if you are so destined to kill yourself for this thing that I have bestowed upon my own son. But if you cross this bridge one more time, Skurge, I promise you will not get Valhalla in your next life, nor will you have a place in hell. You are going to get what do they call it? It's like the Vidblan, the Vidblane. It's like the forever sleep. You're not waking up. It's death even for a god. You're going to sleep. You want to cross this path one more time, going back and forth between the good and the light, whatever it is you want. Then if you die again, it will be your last time. No coming back. Then he's like, so then let's do it. Then we cut to the present, where Thor has crossed the Black Bridge and he's headed into the depths of the forest, and he comes encounter with Skurge. And they're about to face off because this is what Skurge has envisioned. I will either kill you and take your place in Utgard and die on this path of the end, or you will kill me in battle. Either way, this is what must happen. But all the time, as Skurge is screaming that, Thor is seeing Thanos in the background it's you, Thanos. He's like, oh no, nothing that small. And I'll cut to the chase on that. That is just death itself taunting Thor with the vision that he sees himself as his ultimate end. Thor has some internal monologue is this where I'm to be killed? Skurge wants to take my place here. I don't understand what any of this could be. But we see that Thanos, this version of Thanos, can hear his thoughts. And he's like, oh no, that's not what's coming for you. You just wait. He's like, what is happening? All the while, Thor's yelling at Thanos that Skurge can't see. He's like, what is this? Are we fighting or not? I'm not falling for your tricks to look behind you and see nothing there, Thor. I'm not doing that. I'm here to fight you, and that is what I'm going to do. So they're going to fight. And the reason that it's the embodiment of Thanos that Thor is seeing is because that is still what he sees as his death. He still envisions that Donny Cates stuff as his possible end. And hey, Donny Cates is returning to comic books very soon. Maybe this is all going to be coming to the conclusion we were hoping for. Maybe we'll see. Hard to say. If it doesn't, I understand that. Nonetheless, we prevail, right? So the fight keeps taking place. Thor kind of calms it down to like, is this it? You do not have to take this burden from me, Skurge. Like, I understand. Like, lower your weapon, as I am your king, and I command it of you. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. This is only going to end one of two ways for us, okay? Either I kill you or you kill me, and I take your place. Like, that's what's going to happen. I will not be returning to Asgard a coward. So we're going to have this fight. And Skurge, like, slices him with his axe and, like, the power that's bestowed on it from the U, the god of dark dooms. As soon as the axe strikes blood, it makes it more stronger, and it makes him stronger. So now that Skurge is imbued with a little bit more power, he's ready to, like, defeat Thor. That's how it's going to go. You are defeated. But that entire time, Thor's like, what? This isn't good. Why would you want this? He's like, because. Am I not worthy of this? Is this not what I'm allowed? Can a soldier not rest for one goddamn second, Thor? You know? Kind of cool. Then Thor gets into an argument with, like, the Thanos death thing that's yelling at him. And Skurge is like, what is happening right now? What is going on? Thanos' death is like, what is the point of even fighting for these people, Thor? Like, it is Midgard. They are mortals. They are nothing. Playing into the theme of immortality and all that stuff, about like what a god's role is in the world, which I think is very interesting. I do really like that sentiment of death itself. The elder gods telling Thor, quit fighting for these mortals. They don't even care about us. And look at Skurge, who's willing to risk his life, not for them, but for himself. They are just as self-hating as anything. And Thor's like, no, they're not. So where it goes is really interesting. It's just Thor being like, and the fate of them all dying, is that what a child deserves? A child doesn't know any better. And as long as there are children on that planet, I will fight for them because they don't know any better. They are just doing what they can. And even if there are 1,000 souls on Earth who embrace the warmth in their souls and they seek kindness, I will fight for them. If it be 100, if it be 10, if there even be one soul who knows love left on Earth, I will be there to fight for them and to be with them. And Thor uses that power to kind of like scathe away the death Thanos that's been chasing him. He's like, I am done. I'm done with this. I'm fighting for something bigger than myself in all of this. So that is why I must do it. Why I cannot give up. So I got to keep going. We cannot give up. And he hands Mjolnir over to Skurge, who's like, this gotta be a trick. He's like, no, it's not. I am not a trickster. You proved yourself worthy of carrying it. If you truly wish to die today in these types of perils, then join me on this quest, and you will find whatever it is you seek. He's like, I can't let you go, Thor. He's like, then kill me. Then choose. Come with me or bludgeon my head in with that right now. He's like, you shame me. He's like, yeah, and you have shamed me. We're two idiots who fought for no reason because we are sworn to die in some sort of magical bullshit, okay? So why don't we face this together, whatever comes our way, and then you can have what you are seeking, and then I can have what I'm seeking. Either way, we're probably both going to die on this quest in the end, so let's stop being dicks about it. Let's just go through it. And the gates open to the Utgard, so they're going to head in. Thanos is waiting for them, but now is not their time to die. Now is not their time to die. So they head deeper into the gates. Things are looking terrifying. The world around them starts to form into new, colorful ways. And they're just like, this is interesting. Things here work differently. They behave differently. This is not the life that we thought it would be. We have to keep going. And as they go deeper into like the fog, Skurge says he'll take the lead because he's somebody who has like dealt with the fogs of death and like walking through that. Thor's the god of the sky, but I know how to navigate through this stuff. The further on they like walk down this corridor of fog, the panel starts to get closer and closer till they like feel the barrier, like something is trapping us in this place. And we cut to the final page reveal where they are kidnapped by the Utgard Loki in their possession inside a panel. Kind of meta, not actually like, oh man, we're in a comic book, but very meta, very cool. A really strong issue. I think me describing it doesn't do it justice. So well handled, so well executed, really fun character stuff for Skurge, just finding his place and figuring out who he wants to be. I think that's very interesting. And Thor being like, I don't want to do this. I don't have time for this stupid fight. It's pointless. I gotta go die now, okay? I'm fighting for the souls of people who love and care. Let me do that. Very strong. Very impressed with everything that this run has been doing. And this issue was really, really good part of it. So I'm excited to see where we go. We're in Utgard with Skurge. He's probably going to die, but he's not going to have his eternal sleep because he's a character we keep returning to. We'll see, though. Maybe he will. So, the Immortal Thor, issue number 21. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.